you gotta look. Hold on. I know it's a little hard to see because it's foggy out. But look at the, holy crap. Think their boiler's leaking? Wow. Sir, call us, please. Let me come fix that for you. Good afternoon. It's James from Pipe Doctor Home Services. I recorded a little video this morning of a very tiny job at a client's home that I wanted to share with you guys. Want to apologize in advance for being a little nasally today and in the video, just because I don't know, I think the back and forth with this weather of it being 70 last week and then back down to like 35, 40, I've like had this congestion in my chest yesterday and today. I woke up like trying to clear my chest and it's like impossible. So I actually just finished work. I'm on my way to CVS to go get something to help with that. But other than that, I'm feeling fantastic. Super excited for the week. Like Mondays, because then that's the start of a new week, starting over fresh. So yeah, going forward, I ordered a new camera. Well, actually, backstory, I ordered a cheaper camera on Amazon. It came, I couldn't connect it to my phone for the life of me. So I told my wife, you're gonna have to bring it to Whole Foods to return it. I'm sorry. And then I ordered an actual GoPro, which it's sick. I'm excited to have it. I haven't had a GoPro since I was much younger, and it's super cool. But I ordered it with like a regular SD card. Apparently you needed some sort of like V30A2 SD card for it to be able to capture 4K video. I don't know this stuff, right? I'm new to all of this, okay? I'm not like a tech person, you know, I'm in my early 30s, but like, so I'm still learning and figuring this stuff out. So anyway, I ordered the SD card, the right one. It's coming today. So going forward, I should be able to start recording with that, which is great because I'll be able to actually record while I'm working and not just talking in between me working. So you guys will actually start getting more clips of me physically doing work and being able to explain and teach and showcase what it is that I do on a daily basis. So that's super exciting. Yeah, check out this video. If you guys have any comments or feedback or questions or anything, leave it down in the comments below. I read and look at everything. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate hitting 250 subscribers. It's fantastic. You guys have been awesome. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week and have a wonderful day. All right. I know it's hard to see, but we're pitching down here, and this standpipe for this laundry trap is too short. It should be a minimum of 18 inches. So we got height to come up higher. So what I'm gonna do is put a coupling here. Well, I'm gonna cut it so that I could rotate it to the pitch that I want, and then get another coupling on here, extend it upwards so that we have a taller standpipe. And we shouldn't have any issues with it overflowing. Looks like. Why does this always happen? Where I'm working with PVC and stuff's never glued properly. Hold on, let me get my flashlight on. This is never glued inside the wall properly. Why do people do this? I don't understand. The half-ass work that people do. It makes no sense. They put 2 couplings in there. Is this whole thing not glued? Look at that. Never glued. It was never glued on. Okay. You know, it makes no sense. People wonder why plumbers charge an arm and a leg. It's insane. Well, the pipe is pretty clear. I hate this purple primer. I mean, that's insane. It's like I'm happy I decided to not just extend the standpipe here, but to also fix the pitch on this, because I would have never then noticed that this was not glued properly. Never a dull moment. Alright, well, let's get this cleaned up. It's crazy. Now I gotta try to get in there. See if I could prime this thing. It might look like shit, but whenever you're working on top of someone's appliances, try to always make sure you cover them. You don't want to scratch someone's washing machine or dryer. Don't just put your tools on top of things in people's homes. Even setting your tools down on someone's countertop could be seen as disrespectful. Alright, so now the trick is to get this back in there. Let's see, where are you? Come on, mama. Let me just make sure the rest of this, yeah, it is. Okay. We will make sure we glue like crazy. Put a lot of glue. Since we're inside the wall here. Okay. So we're just gonna hold it like that for now. Might have to cut this piece of band iron for the time being. I can put a new one back afterwards. So normally, in a situation like this where the when your sewer line is chest height, it's kind of tough to get the laundry to be able to drain at this height. A lot of times what we end up doing is putting a like a slop sink or something next to it with a little sump pump so that it could drain into the slop sink, and then the slop sink, the pump can then pump it up to the height that it needs to go to. All right, let's see. Let's just take a look in there. All right, we'll give that a couple minutes to set. I wonder what they did down there. Ugh. All right, we'll give that a couple minutes to set. I'll get this new coupling, the coupling on over here. We'll get this pitch fixed, and then we'll get this piece extended. All right, so I got this glued. I have this little leverage set up right now, just until this sets. I'm gonna get a strap on here. Gotta figure out where the studs are. But you can see now, we have a much nicer pitch than what we had previously. So once this fully sets and I get a strap somehow, either I get a J-hook on and I catch a stud, or if I use a 2-hole strap or a piece of band iron. I don't like band iron that much, but if I have to use it to get this supported properly, then so be it. And then once I do that, I can set this up like this. That'll give me the 18 inches I need, and we'll run and test it and we'll be good to go. All right, so let me go get what I need. All right, I'm not a fan of band iron. It's not the most professional looking, but it serves its purpose. And in this case, nice and solid, very sturdy against the wall. So now what I gotta do is just extend the standpipe a little bit. It's very hard to work neatly with purple primer. There's no good way. I was always taught to glue the pipe, glue the fitting, glue the pipe again. And then when you get it on, you give it a nice little twist. And then a little swipe. And that gives you a decently clean finished look. All right, so with my baby tape measure, let's see if we can come up without making this too crazy. Like we could come up like another 6 inches. So right now we have 11 and a half. I want to get to at least 18. So yeah, if we came up another 6 inches, we can even come up to there. 7 and a half. It's always good to check before you commit to gluing. Okay, so now that we got that done, I'll close up my glue and primer. My biggest fear is always knocking one of these cans over, because I'm such a ditz sometimes. When I first started off as a plumber, I had spilt a can of purple primer on hardwood flooring in an apartment in Astoria. And that was definitely not a good time. Make sure you always zip tie the hose. So that it doesn't pop out. I'll do one more for good measure. All right. All right, so what we'll do is, now that we got that done, let's see. Let's take a look at what our total height is on this. Yes, we have about 19.5 inches. And we have good pitch now, so we shouldn't have any issues with it backing up any further. We got the elbow inside of here glued. So what I'm gonna do now is just run a quick test wash just to make sure. We'll get everything cleaned up and wiped down, and we'll be on our way. And yes, I did put the hose from whatever this is from, maybe a dehumidifier, back in to the standpipe. Really no other way. It's kind of how it was before. There wasn't any problems. Just letting this run its cycle real quick, and we'll make sure everything's good.